I'm not even sure if I was gonna do this video today, but as you may or may not know, probably don't care, but the Halo show finally concluded, and with that, we saw some pretty horrible content from Paramount Plus. Who honestly, I don't know who has Paramount Plus. There's already one thing I have to complain. Another thing I also have to complain about the show. This will just be a very short review. Hopefully, I'm trying to make it very short because honestly, I did not really care about this show, and it kind of sucks because I didn't really care about the Halo games, but this show was just honestly not really that good. I wasn't hearing anything like positive from it. The one thing that I will say that was good was the action scenes were pretty good in this. They weren't horrible. The CGI though was horrible. There's also one scene where they like use a foam prop gun that can be seen in one of the episodes. I didn't really see it, but I know it was circulating the internet. Yeah, honestly, the CGI of the enemies is horrible. And towards the end, it gets kind of like sloppy and like they kind of rushed it. So I'm gonna first talk about Kwan Ha, who was very unimportant. She was she was kind of like the Grogu to John Walker's Mandalorian, and I'm not even gonna call him Master Chief because he like never wore his helmet. That's probably the one thing that everyone hated was how Master Chief wasn't really Master Chief. He was just John Walker and just like an ordinary dude. He never hardly ever wore his helmet, and even then when he wore his armor, he didn't really wear his helmet either. So that was also a very stupid thing that the show did. And I know, like the writers said, the director, whatever, they said that they weren't gonna make it based off of any of the games, because they said they never even played it. So you know it's definitely a problem to start. They don't even care about Halo to begin with. But back to Kwan Ha. Every episode with her in it is very boring. Like, I don't think there was never a moment that I thought was good, except for the part of the show where she was fighting Master Chief and, like, I don't know, she was, like, in a trance or, like, in a dream or something. I don't know. But, like, every part of the show that she was in was just boring. Like, no one, I don't understand what her purpose was, and it wasn't even concluded in the show. It was just like left unfinished. Another thing that I thought was good about the show was John Walker. I thought the acting from the actor, hold on, let me get his name real quick. I'm not Pablo Schreiber, if I'm saying that right. I thought that he was honestly the best actor in the show, and even better than Natasha, yeah, I think that's her name, who was playing Dr. Halsey. I even thought that Pablo, Master Chief, was better than her. Dr. Halsey was like basically the main enemy. The main enemy was supposed to be the Covenant, but it ended up just being Dr. Halsey pretty much the whole time. The Covenant had really nothing to do with it. It was more about like this girl, the Blessed One, as she's called. It was more about her. And towards the end, spoilers, it probably doesn't matter. No one cares about the show, but spoilers. She, like, dies. I don't understand. The ending was just kind of, like, it was just, the ending was just horrible. Honestly, the ending was not good at all. They try to make it this big final battle, but it kind of felt like crap because Master Chief also dies, but then Cortana, like, the like, AI thing that exists, like, in his head, like, basically takes over his body after he dies. So Master Chief isn't even alive, supposedly. The other Spartans in the show, honestly, I would say are better than Master Chief was because they at least two of them, they don't take off their helmets or anything, and they pretty much act exactly like how they are supposed to in, like, the games. There's also this other Spartan. I can't remember her name. Spartan Kai, is that her name? Let me see. Spartan Kai, yeah. She's like supposed to be the I don't know. I don't really know what she's supposed to be in the show. Like maybe the strong female. I'm not very sure what her purpose is in the show. She's just supposed to be like how John Walker is, where they take like this pellet out of their back end near where their butt is. I don't know, but yeah, she's just supposed to like, show the viewers how she was once like a robot. I said that so weird, like a robot. And she didn't really have any feelings, and then she turned into like this person that had like a great personality and was actually a good person, and wanted to do like the right thing. So she was definitely better than Kwan Ha. Again, I'm gonna go back to her. I don't really understand her importance. Every time she was in the show, I was just bored and I didn't care. Um, Honestly, that's about it. I really want to keep this review short. I already explained the things that I thought were good, and there's probably more things that are bad about the show, but I just don't really care. I am ranking this 4 out of 10. It's funny because I think Morbius I ranked higher than this. And honestly, I would say Morbius was better than this show. So if you want to watch this show, don't bother. It's not really worth it. And thank you for listening, and goodbye.